Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to the Saba Show, and today we are doing the review of Everton and Liverpool, which happened a fair while ago now, actually. So this is a little bit of a late one. But short response from me. Didn't get to watch pretty much a lot of this game. I had low expectation going into it as well, and while the result delivered on that expectation, in which we lost 2-0. But I would have to say it was probably an honourable defeat. I think this is honestly the best way we could have come out of the contest. As I said, not high expectation, but I think we played very well. It was very clear we had a plan to disgruntle Liverpool and their fans, and I think we did that pretty well. Then the game opened up. I mean, it was only sustainable for so long, and given the personnel we have, yeah, they weren't going to be able to hold up for the full 90 minutes in delivering on that plan. So Liverpool score a couple. You can always trust the Rigi to score one against Everton, and he did so today again, coming off the bench. Just a few comments from me. Penalty possibly should have been rewarded. I don't know. Frank Lampard thought so. He had some comments to say after the game. Here's my opinion on this. I do like the fact that we tried to dive and what's the word? As I said, disgruntle the Liverpool players. We're getting into a lot of tussles with them, a few altercations and whatnot. I mean, we came out of the game with 5 yellow cards, so it was very clear what we were trying to do. But the time wasting, the diving, it's not a good look, and it's not going to win you games. I understand you were trying to shithouse your way to getting a solitary point, which could have been very, very handy, you know, at the peak of it all. But in saying that, we still came away empty-handed and put ourselves at risk of losing more players. That Richarlison stud to Jordan Henderson's leg, that could have easily been a red card and left him out of the next fixture, which is a very big fixture for us. We play Chelsea, and Chelsea do see us as one of their bogey opponents. They have lost a lot of games. They dropped points against us earlier in the year against a very depleted squad. So, the games like that, you need to have the best possible squad available. And Richarlison doing some really dodgy things like that, it's just not, it's not rational. Anthony Gordon, I love basically everything he does on the offensive side of the ball. He created probably every single one of the opportunities for us today, or the majority of, with his crosses. He was getting into the box and trying to create something. But the problem is, he tries to dive too much as well, and he's got to cut it out of his game. The penalty may very well have not been paid, or even, they didn't even take a look at it. Quite possibly because Anthony Gordon had set a precedent, well, long before that, with all the diving he'd done. The referee gave him a yellow for it, because it wasn't tolerated. And when he went down again, the referee was like, well, I've paid a couple for you, and now I'm not going to give you the light of day. You don't deserve my attention. It's just, he basically dug a grave for himself because, he was milking these free kicks for so long, and the one time we actually needed it, the referee wasn't buying it. So that could have easily cost us. We've got to focus on playing our own brand. The thing that worries me is just the quality. I think there was a time when Doucouré was opening on goal and he couldn't score it because his touch was too heavy, or it was too far off to the right and it actually stuffed up the angle to take a shot. It's always a case of nearly for us in the shots we take. I just want to focus our attention to the goals we've scored in the games we've picked up results, or even, just scored generally speaking. Leicester, we score a pretty shit-house goal. I mean, it was probably shouldn't have gone in. It was a bit of a shit-house goal. Man United, off a deflection. Burnley, 2 penalties. West Ham, I'm trying to think what that goal was. That was also a deflection. Newcastle, you know how that one went down. The Iwobi goal in the 99th. We are getting results by a whisker, and we can't continuously afford to do that. There's got to be a game where we have some good link-up play, some good team possessions, and score goals from it, because it's just not happening regularly enough. I don't know the last time we scored an actual proper team goal and didn't require, some luck or individual brilliance or anything along those lines, or penalties, you know, we need to stop diving in the box. Just focus on getting the ball and getting a shot off. It's as simple as that. By worrying about, getting a penalty, you're dropping to the ground, possibly not getting the whistle. Then your opponent runs off, and they're at an advantage because you're too busy still on the ground moaning. So it's not great. It is not great at all. As I said, we've got Chelsea coming up. It's going to be an interesting fixture. I did say that in the past it has been a problem for Chelsea to win at Goodison Park, but we'll see how this one pans out because I don't know, to be honest. This result could be absolutely anything. Chelsea are a pretty up and down side at the moment. They've beaten some good teams, but they've lost some games that they needed to win. So I'm not too sure what this game will bring. But what I do know is that both teams have something to play for. And, I mean, Chelsea are going to come out like a man on a mission. But as for Everton, we could come out and do absolutely anything. I've got no idea. We're in the relegation zone, so obviously there is something at play now. We need to win every game. We need to win as many games as we can. Pick up results where we can, even if we're not favourites for it. We've got to find a way. But, yeah. I mean, that Burnley result killed us as well. Everyone's overreacting. And I do buy into the worry, but I don't buy into the overreaction. I still think it's very salvageable. I think Leeds are probably the team we have to catch over Burnley. You look at their fixture, you look at ours. It's very, very similar in terms of difficulty. So it's going to probably come down to the last game week, and that's why games like Chelsea are going to be so important to pick up points. But yeah, that's going to be it from me. Hope you enjoyed this one. Make sure to drop a like and subscribe to the show. This is a weekly thing if you didn't know already. But yeah, that's it. So thank you for watching. Have a great rest of your day, and I will see you in the next one. Peace out.